Blessed Love family, welcome back to Rasta Today, where we celebrate the real roots, the true culture, and the powerful voices that shaped reggae music and the Rastafari movement. If you love roots reggae, culture, and upliftment, you're in the right place. Today we're giving flowers to a reggae icon who sometimes gets overlooked but played one of the biggest roles in shaping the heartbeat of reggae music. Yes, we're talking about the one and only Bunny Wailer. He wasn't just a singer. He wasn't just a wailer. Bunny Wailer was a warrior of righteousness, a protector of roots reggae, and a faithful soldier of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn 10 things you didn't know about Bunny Wailer, the man, the mystic, the musician. Bunny Wailer and Bob Marley were practically brothers. Let's start from the very beginning. Many people don't realize that Bunny Wailer and Bob Marley grew up like real family. Bunny, whose birth name was Neville O'Reilly Livingston, met Bob Marley in 9 Mile St. Ann Parish, Jamaica. They connected as little boys, growing up in the same small rural town. But life had deeper plans for them. Bunny's father, Thaddeus Livingston, entered a relationship with Bob Marley's mother, Cedella Booker. Eventually, the families merged, and they all moved into the same household in Trenchtown, Kingston. That's where the bond between Bunny and Bob truly deepened. But here's what most people don't know. Bunny and Bob also shared a sister, Pearl Livingston. She was born from the union of Thaddeus and Cedella, making Bunny and Bob stepbrothers with a blood connection through their sister. So when people say they were like brothers, it's not just a saying. They were truly family in every sense of the word, spiritually, musically, and biologically. Growing up under one roof, writing songs side by side, and dreaming of better days together, Bunny and Bob laid the spiritual and musical foundation for what would become the most legendary reggae group of all time, the Wailers. Bunny was just a nickname. Now, here's something a lot of reggae fans don't know. Bunny Wailer wasn't born with that name. He came into the world on April 10, 1947 as Neville O'Reilly Livingston. The name Bunny was a childhood nickname, possibly because of his playful nature or how quick he was on his feet, like a rabbit. It's a name that stuck with him through the years and became a symbol of gentle strength in reggae music. But always remember, behind the name was a serious man with a serious mission. He was a founding member of the legendary Wailers. You can't talk about reggae music without mentioning the Wailers, and you can't talk about the Wailers without Bunny. In the early 1960s, Bunny Wailer, Bob Marley, and Peter Tosh came together to form a group originally known as the Wailing Wailers. They were young, hungry, and full of purpose. Their music reflected the struggles of the ghetto, the fight against Babylon, and the hope of a better life through Jah guidance. The harmonies were tight, the message was powerful, and the energy was revolutionary. Without Bunny Wailer, there would be no Wailers. His voice and songwriting helped set the tone for roots reggae to rise from the streets of Kingston and reach the ears of the world. Bunny Wailer was a true and committed Rasta. For Bunny Wailer, Rastafari was not a trend or image, it was life. He lived the teachings of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie to the fullest. Bunny practiced Ita living, ate naturally, avoided alcohol and processed foods, and stayed far from Babylon's illusions. He didn't just sing about righteousness, he lived it. Whether on stage or in his yard, Bunny walked the walk. That authenticity gave his music a deep spiritual vibration. In a world where many artists chase fame, Bunny chose faith. In a world full of distractions, he chose discipline. He represented the heart and soul of Rastafari. Bunny left the Wailers, but not because of beef. Some people think Bunny Wailer left the Wailers because of personal problems with Bob or Peter Tosh. But that's not the full story. In 1973, Bunny Wailer decided to stop touring internationally with the group. Why? Because Bunny was a man of principles. He didn't like the disrespect he and other members in the group were getting in certain countries. He didn't feel comfortable in environments that looked down on his faith or forced him to compromise his lifestyle. Bunny also wanted more control over his creative path. So instead of staying in the spotlight, he walked away, not out of anger, but out of love for his values and his culture. Now that is strength. He had a powerful solo career with Grammy Awards to prove it. Leaving the Wailers didn't stop Bunny. In fact, it gave him the freedom to blossom. In 1976, he dropped a roots classic, Blackheart Man, an album filled with deep lyrics, heavy rhythms, and serious spiritual energy. Songs like Dreamland and Fig Tree became instant classics. His solo career earned him 3 Grammy Awards in 1991, 1995, and 1997, all for Best Reggae Album. He didn't need flashy videos or big tours to get respect. His music spoke for itself. Bunny proved that roots reggae still had power, even in the age of dancehall and pop reggae. He stayed grounded and consistent, never chasing commercial trends. He loved nyabinghi drumming and kept the ancient rhythm alive. One of the spiritual pillars of Bunny Wailer's music was the nyabinghi rhythm, the heartbeat of Rastafari. Nyabinghi drumming is more than just sound. It's meditation, it's resistance, it's connection to the ancestors. It's the rhythm of the hills, the fireside, and the reasoning circle. Bunny often infused these sacred rhythms into his recordings, reminding listeners that reggae came from spiritual soil, not just sound systems. His commitment to preserving that sound helped keep the roots of reggae connected to the trunk of African heritage. He wasn't afraid to speak truth to power. Bunny Wailer didn't hold his tongue. If he saw injustice or felt reggae was being disrespected, he would speak up, whether to Babylon, the media, or even fellow artists. He criticized the watering down of reggae, especially when the message was being lost for the sake of sales. For Bunny, reggae was supposed to liberate the mind, not distract it. He lived a private, humble life. In a world where fame often leads to flashy cars, big mansions, and gossip headlines, Bunny Wailer was different. He lived a quiet life, mostly away from the media. You wouldn't catch him chasing clout or showing off. His focus was on music, family, farming, and spirituality. He didn't care about trends. He didn't beg for likes. Bunny stayed grounded in simplicity, living close to nature and to Jah. This humility made his music even more powerful. When he spoke, you listened. When he sang, you felt it. His legacy is carved in the roots of reggae forever. Bunny Wailer passed away on March 2, 2021 at the age of 73. But his spirit lives on in every roots rhythm, in every conscious lyric, and in the heart of every Rasta man and woman who holds the faith. He was honored by the Jamaican government with the Order of Jamaica and the Order of Merit, the highest national honors. But even greater than medals is the impact he left on the world. Through Bunny Wailer, the world learned that reggae is not just dance music. It is revolutionary, educational, and spiritual. It is a voice for the voiceless, a weapon against oppression, and a prayer put to rhythm. So now you know, Bunny Wailer wasn't just a background singer or a member of a famous band. He was a pillar of reggae, a voice of truth, and a Lion of Judah roaring through the mic. If you learned something new today, let us know in the comments. Which one of these facts surprised you the most? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rasta Today, where we honor the legends and keep the fire of culture burning bright. Until next time, walk good, stay conscious, and never forget, the roots still run deep.